Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the tangle Conejo from Debbi Minero. Now, the reason that I'm giggling and the reason that you see the red, as some know, the red carpet. I looking around for inspiration, what do I want to share today? And I've mentioned it before. Let me leave that there until I finish explaining. And I let things kind of just jump out at me, and just, I don't know. I just have a thing. I do this to figure out, what do I want to present today? What do I want to look at? And I was looking through and I'm like, and so Deb, because I know you watch. So I'm like, oh, and because I started a tradition and I have this thing about consistency with myself. And I'm like, oh, but as if I can't, I was like, oh, I can't share this with, I didn't do a proper, world's premiere red carpet event like we do. And I'm like, I can barely keep up with Deb. Anyway, I'm like, I'm going to do it this way. So that way, okay, we're having an official premiere of Deb's Tangle. And I didn't see it anywhere. I saw it on the Facebook group where you posted it, but I didn't see it anywhere else. So I made a post and all of that kind of stuff. Because I'm like, well, who says I can't do I'm having this wild conversation with myself. Oh, just because it's just the way my brain works, and it's funny. So anyway, thanks for listening. And Deb, I'm sure you don't mind, because I just like, oh my gosh, this is so cute, and I should have done it before Easter or something, but it doesn't matter. It's spring, and spring bunnies. There's no time that you can't use bunnies anyway, or looks like a bunny. So anyway, thanks for letting me share that. I'm like, I laugh at myself because Heather, you and your rules, gosh. It's maddening. This is a little peek inside the weird brain of me. All right. Well, like I said, it's so cute, so easy. And I was just needing something, no particular reason. I just felt like I needed something that made me smile, and maybe it's because somebody else needs to smile. And so there we have it. That's why I'm doing it. 'Cause, just because. All right, so this one starts off, and Deb, I love how Deb puts in the corners. You'll see, and I copied that in my version. I like that Deb is kind of committed to the elemental strokes of Zentangle. And so I love that in the little corners she puts, okay, this is starting off with, so that way you don't see the full thing. You go, oh, okay. And so I love that. But so starting off with just, an upside down V, if you will, but then, continue it around however you wish. It doesn't have to look great. I know that I have trouble with these, and it doesn't matter. Okay, and then this one too, she put, because this is a spiral, and it is hard to see when you're looking at the whole thing. It's like, well, wait, now what is that? So I just like that close up, type of thing. Anyway, so we're gonna take, and you could start from any point, but I'm gonna start from. Let me adjust here. I was having so much fun with the other. I forgot to make sure that everything is positioned right. So I'm going to start here. Actually, I'm going to turn my tile so it's more comfortable. And we'll do a spiral. So coming off of that one, kind of the takeoff and land concept. And we'll go around again. Whoop, and then close it off like that. However you want. It's all good. And then, I think they need to do it this way. And then, now this doesn't have to be straight lines. I'm going to do it because I really liked what I did I really liked what I did when I was playing in my version of the step out, and I want to show you that. So she has, starting off with a couple straight lines like that, and then one up here. Of course, they don't have to be straight. And if when you look at Deb's step out, you'll see that. You know, it's like, no, you can make this curvy. You can do whatever you want. It's Zentangle. It's all good. And then coming back around. Now it looks like a funky old TV, right? With the rabbit ears. All right, so I'm going to use the takeoff and land concept here, which means I'm tracing over this a little bit, and we're going to make it round and come back around like that. And then up here, same thing. And then depending on where, you know, how yours is positioned, like if you made it too far out, too far in here, you can have this go either direction. It's not going to matter. Now, and that's it. That is all that there is to it. Oh, but you know what? I'm going to do a second one because I didn't leave enough room. Now, here's what I did as I was playing with it. I'm like, well, look at that's curvy, and because I didn't like, you know, nicely aura that. So here's what I decided to do, and I thought it looked kind of neat. Rounding. So just rounding off that corner, fill it in. And I thought it looked kind of cool. Now, let me share shading before I'll show a variation that I love. And of course, where things go in, we'll put some graphite here. Let's spread it up. And then I'm just I'll see what's left on the tortilla, because actually that looks like it's well used. Oh yeah. So we'll put some on the ends. Like that. This one could probably scooch it up, you know, make use of that. But I just thought, oh, look at me being clever. It doesn't happen that often, so I get really tickled when it happens. All right, and then I love what Deb did, putting some graphite, like right here on the inside. Well, let's use a little smaller one. Spread it out. You could spread some out here. You could put some down here. If you wish, it's up to you. But I think that's a fine start on it. Now, here is the variation that Deb showed, and I'm like, oh, this is, you know, just like you don't have to have curves there. You don't have to have, or you don't have to, oh, stop, erase, back up. You don't have to have it be pointy there. You don't have to have it pointy here. Oh my goodness. All right, so we'll start off again, making not pointy, but yet C shapes. And I still can't seem to get them to land nicely, but that's all right. Same idea. You know, and just have as much separation as you wish in between these, and then close it off like that. Okay, and so this one we'll do curvy. I like having the one bent. I think that looks cool. And then we can have the other one bent. And you know what? Honestly, you could do this in one stroke. So I could have come up here, up, around, and in. Same thing here. You know, it's all good. All good. All right. So even though this doesn't really have a, you know, a face, this is the backside. So we're going to add this, of course, to our Tangle Critters list because it's just so adorable. You know, and of course, I mean, you can add it just as a singular critter. You could have lots of them, you know. And too, I mean, because it is Zentangle, it doesn't even have to be a critter. You could put, you know, a bunch of these around, you know, like a 4 and have them. You could just have as much fun with it as you wish. I love it. Love it, love it. I am. So clever, Deb. So clever. All right. So there we have it. I hope that you have enjoyed this. Thank you for indulging me. If you've made it this far, I do like to have a lot of fun. And I feel the need to make that a little darker. So in the description section, you will find the links to the step outs. Also, ways to connect with me if you wish. I was just all of a sudden thinking, wow, you could really play with the dimension of the spiral. I mean, I kind of just, put it here, put it there, but you could have some extra fun playing with the shading and just, I don't know, let your imagination go. All right, so below the step out links is my link tree. There you'll find like all my social media links, website link. So if you wish to follow me on my website, you can follow my blog. If you if you would like to hang out with a bunch of amazing Tangle addicts like Deb, come and join us on our Facebook group. There's a link there. There are 4 questions to answer, just so you know, in order to gain entry. And it's an amazing group of people. We have so much fun, and share just amazing tangling fun too. Let's see, and what else is in there? Well, both on my website, and I have a couple other links if you're interested in classes or just tangling with others from all over the place. Thursdays, I have free sessions. And that's the tangle. I mean, I would add this to something else, and I think we will, because I have some ideas in my head. But it might take a tangle or two, have fun with them, and it's it's beyond no pressure. It's just a lot of fun. So come join us again. They're free. If you follow my classes, if you don't see a price, that means it's free. I didn't put free on anything. I'm like, well, I don't know why. I just didn't. I just put a cost on the ones that are that have one. But so I do have some on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday I'm teaching. Just some of them. Most of the Tuesdays are paid. I also have a club member exclusive. You can check out information on the subscription club. That there's a link there for that too. But on the 3rd Tuesday is another free session, and I call it Tough Tangle Tuesday, and it is as the name suggest. I aim to find and tough on a number of levels. It doesn't necessarily mean hard. It could just mean a lot of concentration is needed, which sometimes that's tough. Could be that it just has a lot of steps, and that with a lot of steps also kind of comes a concentration. There's a lot of criteria that goes into it, but we have a lot of fun with those tough tangles. So come and join us. Again, lots of fun and lots of amazing art that is created. Oh my gosh. All right. So with that, I think I have hit everything and beyond. Thanks again so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.